Hey family, Sony here, bringing a little more soul sense to expand your consciousness in your life once again. I have a great message for you guys this week, and it's called The Rotten Apple. I wanted to share a quick story with you guys, and I was inspired to make my next video about this because it was pretty crazy. I kind of got into a little back and forth with someone online, which I never ever do because I don't give my energy to that thing that lowers your vibration, especially something online. But it was the topic that attracted me to respond to this person's post that sent me a message. And at the end of that conversation, that person was just not ready to be given the guidance that they were asked for or asking for. So later on that day, I went into my fridge and I have a bag full of apples, and I bit into the apple, and the inside of the apple was rotten. Like, it was black and it was really gross and it's scary. I was like, why did that happen to me? Because, we attract everything into our lives. Nothing is coincidence. But then I heard Spirit speak, and it was a message about what I had just gone through, because I got pretty heated up about that conversation I had. And it's about how a lot of us, we have the outside version of us that we show the world. And, it's kind of like selectively being conscious of your reality. You want to be a good person, and a lot of people portray this, right? But at the core, they're rotten. And these are the people that walk around, and I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm saying that they have a lot of internal things that they need to work out. People don't understand that if they do not work out the things that they need to, this brings them to a state of being rotten on the inside. You become a very bitter person. You become angry, impatient, incompassionate, and it's sometimes really in service to yourself. And you forget about the people around you and the energy that you're putting out there. People don't understand that it's one thing to say things that you are, but it's another thing to really act upon and be who you say you are. And this is a lot of the challenge that a lot of people go through. We want to be good, but how good really are we? Are we really following through with the things that we say we are? It could be anything from something really personal or something that we say as we are compassionate and loving, but at the same moment something happens and we're cursing someone out and telling them you don't care. For me, there is no in between, okay? It's either you're a good person or you're not. And until you really realize this, you are a rotten apple. And that's it. And I'm not saying there's anything bad with that or it's anything wrong. I'm just saying you're at that place in your life where you really need to dig deep and clean that out and figure out who it is that you are and who you want to be and who you're trying to be, not with yourself, but the people around you, your friends, your family, and the world. And people don't understand that even if you are one of those people who don't care about doing any kind of internal personal development, it is affecting your life in one way or another. And if you don't realize then you're on board for a very long journey of lessons. And the lessons will get bigger and bigger, especially at the times we are in. This is all about raising consciousness, guys. So remember, the next time you want to tell someone off, say F you, or I don't give a crap, or really, when you're saying these things, figure out where that's coming from. What part of you, what aspect of you really doesn't care? And if you don't, you really need to realize, do you really not care? Is it not because of just others? It's really because of self. That's when self-love, self-respect, honoring, and all of those unconditional loving things that God has put into our hearts and our minds is really important to not just have for ourselves, but for the world. This is how we evolve. So guys, please don't be the rotten apple. That's this week's message. I love you. I hope to hear from you soon. And I want to hear from you. Make sure that you guys are really taking this in and leaving some messages, because I want to be here to assist you in your journey. I'll see you soon.